October 17th, 2025. Strait of Hormuz, 2:52 p.m. local time. Under clear blue skies and perfect visibility, the guided missile destroyer USS Mason, an Arleigh Burke-class warship measuring 155.3 meters in length, displacing approximately 9,200 tons fully loaded, powered by 4 General Electric LM2500 gas turbines generating 100,000 shaft horsepower, moves to the narrowest maritime chokepoint on Earth, valued at approximately $1.8 billion, crewed by 320 sailors, and armed with the Aegis Combat System, 96 vertical launch cells, SM-2 surface-to-air missiles, Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles, and a 127mm Mk-45 naval gun. The destroyer escorts the oil tanker Pacific Endeavor, a 330-meter-long, 300,000-ton vessel, carrying more than 2 million barrels of crude oil valued at over $180 million. This is not just a naval transit. This is the artery of the global economy. 20% of the world's oil, approximately 30 million barrels per day, passes through this 21-mile-wide corridor. Control here is not measured in territory. It is measured in leverage over markets, nations, and geopolitical stability. What unfolds over the next 47 minutes becomes the most devastating U.S. naval counterstrike in the Persian Gulf since 1988. USS Mason enters the eastern approach to the Strait of Hormuz. The sea state is calm, wind speeds under 8 knots, visibility exceeding 30 kilometers. The Pacific Endeavor follows 1 kilometer stern, maintaining a steady 14 knots. Overhead, U.S. reconnaissance aircraft orbit at 35,000 feet, feeding real-time imagery to U.S. Central Command in Qatar. This passage is routine in name only. Iranian territorial claims over the northern coastline remain contested by international law. The destroyer's mission is defined by doctrine, freedom of navigation operations. The principle is simple. International waters remain open. The execution is not. USS Mason Spy 1DV phase array radar begins full-spectrum scanning, capable of tracking more than 100 targets simultaneously at ranges exceeding 300 kilometers. Its Aegis combat system integrates radar, fire control, and weapons into a single engagement network. Each SM-2 missile aboard costs approximately $2.4 million per unit, accelerates to Mach 3.5, and carries a 113-kilogram fragmentation warhead. Beneath the surface, 3 Virginia-class attack submarines, USS Toledo, USS Helena, and USS Alexandria, maintain silent running. Each submarine measures 115 meters, displaces 7,800 tons submerged, and carries up to 12 Tomahawk cruise missiles, each costing approximately $1.8 million, with a range of 1,600 kilometers and a 450-kilogram high-explosive warhead. The geometry is set. Surface, subsurface, and air assets converge on a single corridor 21 miles wide. Iranian coastal radar stations along the northern shoreline activate active tracking modes. The emissions spike across the electromagnetic spectrum. U.S. electronic intelligence platforms register the signature immediately. The radar lock is not subtle. It is deliberate. This is not surveillance. This is targeting. 6 anti-ship missile batteries along the Iranian coast enter operational status. Each battery is armed with Chinese-made C-802 anti-ship cruise missiles. The missile measures 6.39 meters in length, weighs approximately 715 kilograms, and carries a 165-kilogram high-explosive fragmentation warhead. Its turbojet engine drives at the speeds of approximately Mach 0.9, with a maximum range of 120 kilometers. In its terminal phase, it descends to sea skimming altitude, less than 10 meters above the water, reducing radar detection time to seconds. Each missile costs an estimated $300,000. The cost ratio is already visible. A $300,000 missile aimed at a $1.8 billion warship. The mathematics are unforgiving. 12 fast attack boats depart Bandar Abbas. Each vessel measures approximately 21 meters in length, displaces 20 tons, and reaches speeds exceeding 50 knots. Armed with short-range anti-ship missiles, heavy machine guns, and rocket launchers, they are designed for swarm tactics. Individually vulnerable, collectively lethal, 3 Iranian missile corvettes follow. Each displaces approximately 1,500 tons, carries anti-ship missiles, surface-to-air systems, and naval artillery. Their mission is interception. Their presence transforms harassment into engagement. U.S. satellites detect elevated communications traffic across Iranian Revolutionary Guard naval networks. Targeting data flows from radar stations to coastal batteries. The kill chain is complete: detection, classification, correlation, and assignment. At 40,000 feet, 2B, 1B Lancer bombers orbit in international airspace. Each aircraft measures 44.8 meters in length, carries up to 34,000 kilograms of ordnance, and cruises at Mach 0.85. Their payload: 48 Joint Direct Attack munitions, GPS-guided bombs, each weighing 907 kilograms, with circular error probable of less than 3 meters. They are airborne insurance. Flash traffic reaches USS Mason. 6 missile batteries activated. 12 fast attack boats inbound. 3 corvettes moving to intercept. Authorized offensive engagement. Carrier strike group launching. Captain Sarah Mitchell orders general quarters. The ship's crew of 320 moves to battle stations. Watertight doors seal. Fire suppression systems pressurize. The Aegis combat system shifts from surveillance to engagement mode. There is no retreat. The strait is 21 miles wide. The tanker behind cannot maneuver quickly. The destroyer becomes a shield. From this point forward, physics, not diplomacy, controls the outcome. 8C-802 missiles launch from the Iranian coast. Their rocket boosters ignite, lifting them into the air before the turbojets take over. Vapor trails streak across the sky, clearly visible in the afternoon sun. Simultaneously, 24 missiles launch from the fast attack boats. 3 corvettes add 6 more. 38 inbound threats. At sea skimming altitude, each missile covers a final 10 kilometers in less than 40 seconds. The Aegis system classifies, prioritizes, and assigns interceptors in milliseconds. USS Mason fires SM-2 interceptors. Each missile accelerates to Mach 3.5 within seconds, guided by radar uplinks and semi-active homing in the terminal phase. Explosions bloom in the sky. Intercepts at ranges between 15 and 30 kilometers. The phalanx close-in weapon systems activate. Each 20-millimeter Gatling gun fires 4,500 rounds per minute, creating a dense wall of tungsten projectiles designed to physically shred incoming missiles in the final 1.5 kilometers. This is the last line of defense. One missile penetrates the engagement envelope. It strikes the forward superstructure above the waterline. The 165-kilogram warhead detonates, producing overpressure exceeding 300 kilopascals. Fire erupts across the deck. 2 compartments lose power. A second missile impacts aft. Secondary fires break out near the helicopter hangar. The destroyer does not stop. It fights. USS Mason launches 8 Tomahawk cruise missiles. Each missile weighs 1,300 kilograms, flies at subsonic speed, and navigates via GPS and terrain counter-matching. Targets: 6 coastal missile batteries. Range to impact: approximately 120 kilometers. Time to target: 7 minutes. 8F divided by a -18E Super Hornets arrive at 600 knots. Each aircraft carries 2 AGM-84 Harpoon missiles, weighing 691 kilograms each, with a range of 124 kilometers, and an active radar seeker in the terminal phase. 16 Harpoons release simultaneously. The corvettes detect the radar emissions. They deploy countermeasures. Chaff clouds bloom across the sea. The Harpoons do not divert. All 3 corvettes are struck within seconds. Each impact detonates a 221-kilogram warhead inside the hull. Structural failure follows. Fires reach ammunition magazines. 3 warships sink in daylight. The Super Hornets shift to strafing runs. Their M61A2 20mm cannons fire at 6,000 rounds per minute. Tracer rounds cut across the water. Fast attack boats burn. Explosions scatter debris across the surface. 12 becomes 6. 6 becomes 0. The 8 Tomahawks reach the Iranian coast. Each warhead detonates with the equivalent of 450 kilograms of high explosive. 6 missile batteries vanish in synchronized fireballs. Radar arrays collapse. Command vehicles disintegrate. Ammunition stores cook off in secondary explosions. The coastal kill chain is severed. The B-1B bombers receive clearance. Bomb bay doors open at 40,000 feet. 48 dams release. They fall for 45 seconds. Each bomb strikes within 3 meters of its assigned coordinate. Naval facilities between Bandar Abbas and Jask erupt. Fuel depots produce fireballs visible from 50 kilometers. Communications towers collapse. Barracks flatten. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Navy's regional command ceases to function. 3 Virginia-class submarines surface. 12 Tomahawks launch. Targets: Iranian naval headquarters in Bandar Abbas. At 3:12 p.m., the command complex is destroyed. A smoke column rises to 60 kilometers. The operational nerve center is gone. For EA, 18G Growlers arrive. Their jamming pods flood the spectrum. Iranian radar screens go blank across a 200-kilometer radius. Remaining Iranian air defenses are blind. 12 U.S. Marine Force recon operators deploy from the Pacific Endeavor. Rigid hull inflatable boats cover 5 kilometers in under 4 minutes. They assault a coastal observation post. Breaching charges open reinforced doors. Flashbangs detonate at 170 decibels. 8 Iranian personnel are captured. Data drives and documents are seized. By 3:39 p.m., the Marines extract. The intelligence war continues. USS Mason fires 8 final Tomahawks. Target: Iranian military command complex in Bandar Abbas. The facility is erased. USS Mason is towed to Bahrain. Damage repairs take 6 weeks. No fatalities among the crew. Iranian losses: 12 fast attack boats, 3 corvettes, 6 missile batteries, naval headquarters, and 57 military facilities destroyed. Estimated casualties: 320 personnel. Cost analysis reveals a disparity. Iran expended approximately $11.4 million in missiles and boats. The U.S. response deployed over $150 million in munitions and air operations. The ratio is not financial. It is strategic. Operation Iron Passage redefines deterrence in the Strait of Hormuz. The assumption that saturation attacks can overwhelm a U.S. naval presence collapses under layered defense, network targeting, and rapid escalation dominance. This is not just a battle. This is a doctrine test. The lesson is clear. Control of the strait does not belong to geography. It belongs to integration, surface, air, subsurface, and space-based intelligence functioning as a single system. Credibility becomes the most costly loss.